Cal, whenever you're ready, bro.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Every
we're good.
time, dude. That's one of the next investments we gotta make. We gotta get like proper mic stands.
Yeah.
Because when we run it with these mics, it's always like fumbling around.
Yeah.
But I feel like even if we had like expensive boom poles, dude,
I'll still find a way to fumble it around a bit. You know.
Yeah.
100%, bro. Yep.
Okay, hit us, Cal.
Yes, Huddle Talk TV. Welcome to another episode. I think this one's 41, right? The last one was 40 with
Buddy. This is 43.
God damn.
43.
Wow.
40.
Wow.
43. This guy doesn't even know his own podcast.
I'm in the past right now, bro.
The problem is, the problem why we keep fucking
It's the
up.
0.5s.
No, okay, so we stopped doing the 0.5s, but the reason why we're so messed up is because that soy tech guy that goes 41, 42. Every time we announce a podcast
episode, we have the jingle ready.
So we never actually know which one it is. Because we just run through that whole song.
Yeah, man, we got a special guest today, man. I'm not going to introduce you, bro. You're going to have to introduce yourself because we have a weird story. So I'm going to let you go ahead and tell the crowd about that, man. That story, how it went about. Twin. We're locked in. We're locked in.
Yeah, so basically my name is Casey. The Somali way to say it is Casey. I go by Notorious Lenses, also NTL for short. I'm a portrait photographer and event photographer here in Toronto. And yeah, just like I seen these guys on TikTok and I'm like, wow, it's like just good to see creative people in Toronto doing their thing. So
what was the first stupid ass clip that you seen of us? They're like, yo, who are these guys?
I don't remember exactly, but you guys had just a couple. Like, I love the fact that you guys just bring like random topics that are just super relatable.
Right.
Like, I was watching the other day, like the celery thing with chicken wings, like stuff like that, or like conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Like just bringing up random things. Like that's the one thing I loved about you guys. Like it's just like the boys like just talking like at a lunch table and in high school type thing.
Pretty much. No research required.
No research required. Just like
we get hate for that substantially, but like that's not the point.
Yeah. That's not the point. Like you guys just use that as like clickbait, but when you watch the full pod, you get a perspective of
exactly
what you guys are talking about. So
we're not so far out of context.
No, man,
we're not so bad.
No.
That's the thing, though. I think
it's a good thing in some ways.
It is, and like that's even every time we bring a guest on, man, that's the biggest thing that people tell us. They're like, man, most podcasts feel like an interview, right? Because everybody watches the format of like Joe Rogan or all these people who are like high profile, interviewing high profile, and it's just like, okay, this is cool if these people have something to offer, but we have
nothing to offer. You know what I'm saying?
We have nothing professional.
Nothing but vibes. Just good vibes, and that's it,
That's all you need.
Academia hasn't caught up to vibes yet. No, they don't know how to quantify that. So, okay, man, you're a photographer.
Exactly, yeah. So, like I was saying, I'm like, all right, these guys are just doing dope things, and I was like connecting with creatives and stuff. So I just followed you guys' stuff. We showed a lot of love within the last like couple of weeks that we've been following each other, and then I found out that I seen this guy's Instagram, and I'm like, wait. I'm thinking because your Instagram handle, that you had the same first name as me, but he has the same last name as me, and I'm like, yo, what the hell? Do I have like a long lost brother that I don't know about, or
bro? It was like the easiest thing to bond over. Like the conversation just flowed after that.
Yeah,
I'm like, twin.
We're locked in, man.
We're locked in. And I'm like, whoa.
If you weren't Somali, do you think you'd be here today, like on this podcast?
Probably.
Yeah.
But like that just like linked us like way easier, and I'm like,
let's seal the deal.
Seal the deal. I'm like, this guy has the same last name as me.
What are the chances?
And the same first letter.
We have the same initials, bro.
We have the same initials.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so if we Google K Igal, who's winning on Google? Who's showing up first?
I would show up first because his handle is Notorious Lenses.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, I would want that.
You're probably in front of like a car, like a Rick Ross, looking at the ground.
This guy knows my profile pictures, bro.
Yeah. Okay, so do tell us, you came all the way from Scarborough today. So like the home of the Toronto Zoo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
When was the last time you went to the zoo?
I think like maybe 2 years ago. Like I think
it was COVID time.
Like right before COVID.
Probably right before COVID.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right before COVID, I was just like, I was in this thing where I was just trying different types of photography and like video stuff where I'm just like, let me go take pictures of like animals in the zoo, even though it does sound like
National
cool.
Geographic.
National Geographic. Because it's just like old like 60-year-olds that kind of like do those things that shoot on Nikons.
Here's my portfolio, guys.
Nikon.
Yeah.
Checked in clear for Nikon today. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so like you went there with a did you get like a Groupon deal? Like what was the strategy?
Yeah, exactly. It was a good.
There's no way, was it?
Think I'm paying full price?
Hell no. So you transition, I guess, from that time. You're like, yo, animals are not for me.
I like trying new things here
Right.
and there when it comes to photography. I think
Right.
trying new things is good as a creative.
Right.
But then I just realized I'm like, this is kind of weird, and this is just not me.
What made it weird? Was it like a certain picture where like you couldn't get the monkey, like you were just waiting and you're like, this
How
doesn't
long
work?
can I stare at his ass? Like, turn around.
Yeah.
You
This
know,
guy's
like-
not turning around. Like, bro, I could just like walk around a car or like a person or whatever, right?
Do something reckless, please.
I think it was me. It was like just you can't direct them like
Yeah.
like humans. Like, all right, go like this.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but it's like that's what nature photographers, they probably have the patience. But I'm
Bro,
just like,
patience on
Yeah.
a different level, man. You know what's funny? Because I was watching like a video of like National Geographic. They had a clip of a guy who's doing photography. So he's on the back of the bus, you know. So he's in this he's trying to take pictures of lions, right?
yeah.
So this guy doesn't even know what's going on, but right like on the corner of the car, just on a turn, a lion, female lion, just comes up, pops up, just starts staring at him while he's doing
What'd he do?
photography. Bro, he froze. What else are you supposed to do?
Is it the guy with the white Jeep?
Yes.
Yes, I've seen
You
that clip.
How
Yes,
the
yes.
lion just turned the corner.
Yes, and they slowed it down.
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen that
Bro,
clip.
my
Insane.
life would have flashed before my eyes. I think I would have had a heart attack. I'm not gonna lie to
Really?
you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but like you're expecting that if you're on a safari trip.
How are you expecting that? What do
You
you
want
mean?
to see a lion, bro. That's the whole point.
I want to see a lion with a barrier in between me. Yes. Of course.
Go to the zoo.
You know what you go to the zoo. You know,
Bro, you're
the
on the back of the
safari.
Jeep.
The
No
guy's on the
barriers.
back of the Jeep, bro.
Yeah, have you watched Jurassic Park, bro? That's what happens. This
Jurassic
guy,
Park ain't real. You know,
that's as real as it's gonna get for this guy.
Bro, man, I don't know. What would you guys do in that kind of situation?
Shit my pants.
Realistically, I don't know. I
Most
don't know.
embarrassing moment of my life.
Yeah,
Not only
yeah,
did I
yeah.
die, I shit myself.
I don't know what kind of state of mind I'd be in though.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you got to be like a different kind of person. So first of all, like if this guy went on this trip to take photos of these lions, to
He
go to
already knew
Africa,
this was a risk.
He knew it was a risk, and probably like I think the reality sets in. Like normally you go on vacation, and like you don't feel like you're on vacation until like you check in the hotel.
Yeah.
Like you're at the airport. It still feels like you're
It's
working.
all a
You know what I
task,
mean?
yeah.
But like I feel like maybe it's different when you go to a continent like Africa because you have to get all the shots.
Yes.
And like you're like, okay, shit, this is real now.
Yeah, yeah.
So like maybe he's been expecting that since
Yeah,
he
yeah.
took all the needles, right? He's like I thought the worst thing that could happen is malaria. Right?
Yeah.
That's still
Plot
at the top of the
twist.
list.
A female lion's waiting for your ass.
Yeah.
Probably worse.
You know what's crazy about lions?
what?
It's the female lions that do the hunting. The male lions just hang out.
What?
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah. That's actually a fact.
So
I'm not making that up.
Are you being dead serious right now?
Dead ass.
So wait a minute. So the guys, what are they doing? They're
They
just
hang out
lounging
and
with
they-
their
and they
manes.
poof their manes,
Their
yeah.
manes.
That's it. It's the female lions that do all the hunting.
Wow.
I don't know why.
Yeah. Well, I mean, get in the kitchen.
What?
Equivalent. Equivalent.
What?
No, I'm not trying to get canceled. But I guess it's like more of like, okay, you know, the female, this is her job. And he has to have a
Walk out of
task.
this one. Walk
And
out of this one.
And the guy has to protect the kids while she's gone, right?
Really?
Kind of makes sense.
I think we shouldn't put like human thought, like thinking
Into
process
the animal world.
because it's like our roles are not supposed to be the same, like in terms of the thinking method.
We
Because
can't-
if you think like a human for an animal, I think it's messed up.
Gender roles do not exist in the animal kingdom.
Kyle is like, yeah, the male line's probably stay at home. He's probably got to get caught up on taxes or something.
Yep,
He's got to figure out how he's going to pay the bills.
Yeah.
it's different.
Crazy.
Okay, so
bro.
like I want to go back to this to the Toronto Zoo story.
Yeah.
What exhibit were you at specifically when the realization came? Were you at the monkey part, the polar bear part? Like where were you?
Giraffes. I'm like,
Was that like
I
way at
remember
the
it.
end?
Yeah. It wasn't near the end. Like it was like the middle. I was just like, I'm like,
After
all
a
right.
couple neck strains, right? Looking up, trying to
Yeah,
get
I'm
the
just
perfect.
like, all right, you're looking up. Like, when are you gonna come back down? Like, a whole lot of those, and
Yeah.
I'm like, cheetahs were like just sitting all day, and
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, like I kind of just felt bad. I'm like, all right, yeah, this is not for me.
Yeah.
And in terms of like, a lot of them had like glasses, like blocking. So I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, this is kind of ruining my photos and
So,
video.
would you consider yourself like a photographer that needs like that immediate gratification?
No.
Like, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
What does that mean, Khaled?
Because like, okay, from
Define the question.
what I see is like most of your photography is like at concerts and like, you know, events, social events, right?
Yeah.
So at least there's things that are constantly going on. At a zoo, it's like very like slow paced. You know, there's not much going on.
There's no
right?
events.
Yeah, there's
Like,
no
there's
events,
nothing-
bro. It's like the animals are not partying, bro.
No, I wouldn't
You know what I'm
say
saying?
I'm an instant gratification type of photographer
Okay.
because I fall in love with more the process.
Right.
And it's like learning those new things is going to keep me inspired.
Right.
And it's going to lead me to, I might just find out that I want to be a nature photographer, but at least I tried.
Right.
You know, you always got to, as a creative, you always got to try new things and do things that are uncomfortable and don't feel the same. Like if you just do the same thing every day, then you're just going to burn out.
Yeah. Definitely.
Do you think there's like levels to photographers? Like the nature photographers look at the car photographers differently than like the model photographers? Do you think everybody's like niche, like fights, or like looks differently at each other?
Yeah, like there's like a joke or like stigma where like nature photographers are just old like 60-year-old men. Like,
Yeah.
On the way out.
on the way out, just have patience. Like it's kind of like fishing. Like they just have time to be there. All
Yeah.
day
Yeah.
type of thing.
Yeah.
But like I feel like it's not really like categories, but like I feel like it's more like the younger guys. I feel like we're more in the fast paced things and just a fast life and just like the newer generation of just like all this digital content stuff.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah. Would you say we're like in the golden age of like photography?
Yeah. This is the best time to be a photographer.
Yeah. Why do you say that?
Because now that like, you know, social media, like the internet world is like, it's fairly like in its early stages. Like
If you think about it, yeah, still,
if
yeah.
you think about it,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
social media and everything. So it's
Right.
like everybody, like the process is just getting faster and anybody could be a photographer. The barrier to entry is probably the easiest. Like,
That's
with,
true.
With
Really?
like these crazy iPhones cameras that they're coming out with.
Yeah. You don't actually have to own an actual camera.
A DSLR. Like I shot the Dave show on the video I made was
that
on
on the
iPhone.
iPhone? No
the
way.
video, yeah.
Wow.
So
Wow,
it's like,
bro, that looked elite.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
Appreciate
man,
it,
that's
bro.
crazy. Wow.
So you got to look at it like that. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like this is the best time to be in the digital space in terms of creating photography, videography, because
Right.
just start with your phone and you know what I mean? Take it to the next step. And like, cameras are getting more affordable. Brands are understanding that.
Yeah, because that's usually like the first thing you hear when a photographer like complains about something. It's like usually the prices of cameras.
Yeah.
You know, like what are like usually like what are the starting points? Like what anything under $1,000 like it's not even you can't even find that, right?
You can get a great like beginner setup for maybe like $500-600. Yeah.
Yeah, I find the biggest thing too, especially like just anecdotally doing this podcast, like access to video, and that's the hardest part. Like I'm sure there's a lot of really great photographers that nobody ever knows about because it's like taking the photos is one thing, but then putting them into Lightroom and editing them or framing them or cropping them and then distributing them and like getting them where they need to be. Like the whole commercialization aspect of the business is like, dude, that's like the hardest pull, right? And I feel like that, especially specifically for us, like even for video is like a little bit of a different medium, but to be able to know that like how like powerful computers are, like how easy it is to edit, man, you just pop an SD card and like your footage is there. Like there's no fidgeting with software really anymore. Like it's just so easy.
That's why I say like when it comes to like a lot of just advancements, I feel like just right now we're in like the golden age of a lot of things. Like when it comes to technology, communication, photography.
Yeah.
Like all of these things is like you look at it, it's like, man, I would never have thought we'd advance this much, you know, like especially with like when you look at it from a photographer's perspective, right? You can from where it was like 10 years ago to now, it's like it's a drastic change, you know?
100%. Like if you look at like film photography and stuff, like imagine like you got to buy film, put it in the camera. Imagine not seeing your photos. Like you could have a night of literally botched photography.
Yeah.
And like you won't find out until you develop them and then scan them. And it's like, imagine like they were doing weddings of like 300 photos, 400 photos, like.
And you just got to prayers. That's all.
Prayers, and it costs a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, hope that that's a good one.
Hey, I did my best. I tried. Yeah, I did my best.
it was in the contract.
Yeah. You signed it.
Yeah,
So
it's
you-
a wild thing. Versus like some 4-year-old can literally come up with an iPhone and take like 300 photos in like
Literally
10 minutes.
Yeah.
And one of them is going to be really good. Half of them are probably going to be really good.
He got to hit one.
Yeah.
But he could always review that. And like, you got to look at it like, yeah, those were harder times, but at the same time too, you got to know your past.
Right.
In terms of like photographers, I always encourage them, like, go shoot that event on film. Like, put yourself in that uncomfortable scenario
and see how it pans out. Yeah.
pans out. Like sometimes like you need that for growth. It's just how things grow.
Yeah.
So what's the weirdest thing you've ever shot? Or like weirdest circumstance you've ever found yourself in?
Yeah.
We're like, damn, I just got to get this over with at this point.
Honestly, I say no to a lot of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Off
like,
rip.
Like off rip. Like if anything weird is that I know that's
Like what? Like what?
Like, is this like a personality thing, or is it just like what they're asking from you? Like,
it's both, but it's
Okay.
more of what they're asking for you, because
Okay.
for me it's like sometimes you don't want to take a job that's going to ruin your brand. Like, you know what I mean?
you don't want a girl in a bathtub with milk all over
And rose petals?
and rose petals.
No, I don't want that.
you don't
Like
want
it's,
that, yeah.
it's gonna dilute the NTL
It is.
brand. You can't pay me to do that. I'll laugh.
Yeah.
Like,
Callie, how'd you come to that so quickly?
Yo, man, it's because I always see like Facebook pictures of that.
Yeah.
You know, like where people just obviously it's like a running joke with photographers, right? Like people would just hire anybody to do something.
Yeah.
And then they have this girl looking crazy, like
Oh,
doing
yeah.
the craziest things, you know? And it's like,
outrageous things.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
The things I see, and it's like photographers, like, come on, don't put yourself in that scenario where
Yeah.
I look at it like, if you look at those photos after like 5 to 10 years and you cringe at them, that means
you shouldn't have done it.
No.
Yeah,
you shouldn't
literally.
have done it.
Yeah.
And it's like, when you look at it, like diluting your brand is like, they're just gonna be like, wow, like this guy shot this, like,
Yeah, he's doing anything just for a buck, you know? Like,
exactly. It's
ridiculous,
it's never the money. Like sometimes I'll turn down opportunities that are really good pay, and I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, this is gonna ruin my brand completely.
Right.
Like me personally, like I don't have against anybody that drinks.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
it's just for like religious reasons that I'm like I would have like, I don't want to name like the company. Like I had a big alcohol company like hit
Reach
me
out.
up that
Yeah.
wanted to sponsor like a lot of my shoots, and I turned it down because I'm just like, you got to stick to your values.
You can't
of your
compromise
brand.
your values. Yeah, 100%. You're
Exactly.
right, you're right.
And people respect that a lot. And it's like it's gonna actually get you like more jobs. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, all right, like, yeah,
Because
like,
they look at you, this guy will just not compromise himself for anything. You know, like it's not just money. You know?
exactly. And
Yeah.
it's like, for me, like when those type of things come up, like I'll give it down to like any of my friends, any of my photographer friends. Like, hey, I personally can't do this, but I know somebody that'll do a job just as good as me.
Bro,
Yeah.
that's
The referrals, man.
exactly, man. And you know what? One thing that's so important, like as a creator, is just showing that love. You know, like that will come back tenfold. You know, like you're assisting somebody. You didn't have to do that. You could have just told them, you know what, this is not for me. I can't even do it.
Exactly.
And keep it moving with your day. You know, but for you to throw that lob, and now this other person has an opportunity to capitalize off that, man. That's that's beautiful to see, bro. For real.
You guys are gonna dap each other up? Like,
Come on, man.
for the audio
love.
listeners,
That's love,
a dap
bro.
just happened.
That's love.
Okay, so one of the things that I've been seeing lately is like, you know, the drone, like FPVs, like the racing drones,
Yeah.
with people with like the goggles and shit on.
Yeah.
Do you think you're ever gonna get into like drone photography? Like, what are your thoughts on that? Like,
know,
it's a totally different style, right?
I bought a drone actually like 3 months ago. I had it for like 2 days. I shot some stuff, and I'm like, this is great, but
When would I need this?
when would I need this? Can I justify paying this much money for a drone?
Yeah,
Right.
It's like you get like 2 cinematic B-roll shots that always look the same.
Yeah.
like just running
An
over.
aerial view.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. But like,
I feel like it's more common in like the music video industry, you know, because like every music video, you have to show like an oversight of like their block, you know, their hood. You know, every music video has to start off with that.
come
you
on,
know? So
that's
I
a
need it.
cinematic.
Yeah,
That's a shot they asked for first.
exactly. You know, make sure you show my hood.
Yeah, or like the YouTube vlogger thing is always like they do the perspective, like the drone going away from them.
Yeah,
Or
Getting
through a
the
train.
the P side. Yeah.
yeah, and it's just like that's the most expensive way to like.
Or the car shot.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but there's a big market in like, not even like terms of like photos and videos. Like,
Right.
like I was looking in the drone space. Like there's certain drones where like, I don't know what it was called, but I'll probably say this after. But it was like this type of drone that takes like photos and stuff, but it provides it to like the civil engineers on like a construction site and stuff. And it's like super lucrative in terms of like, this is free game. in terms of videographers, like you could do like scanning for like a site.
That's true.
With like a FPV or like a regular drone, where like there's like softwares that'll scan it for like these big construction companies, and you can charge like 40,000-50,000 for like 4 or 5 jobs like of doing that. So it's like that's another thing where like drones are like not only don't even think about it like as a creative in terms of photography, but like the corporate world and like the building world. That's where you could tap into a lot of drone stuff.
We got to pass this on to the rappers, bro. So we gotta pass it on to them, bro.
Yeah, okay. And so what do you think, what are your thoughts about like the people who exclusively do photography for like realtors? Where the realtor all of a sudden like it's like a bad version of Cribs, and they're like, come on in, follow me, right? And then it shows them walking, like they do like a low speed cut, and the guy's walking in a suit.
And does the slow turn towards you. Did you get that?
And they show you like a $1.4 million like 2-bedroom condo downtown Toronto. Are you ever gonna get into that photography?
You know, I thought about it, but then I'm like, all right, I want to make things like super creative. I feel like if I go into that lane, it's gonna be something very simple. Like, you know what I mean? Like simple edits.
Yeah.
No like color coordination, no effects. Like it's something that I'll definitely maybe try if the bag is there.
Yeah.
But I won't post that.
If the bag is right.
If the bag is right,
you can post it on your page though.
Yeah. Like I'll do the work, but like I will never show face that I ever did that. But it's just like if you want to tap into that, like, yo, there's money involved. Right. That's the thing with photography. Like the game I'm in terms of events and like artists, like that's a long-term game. Like you're not going to get money early. Like it's going to take time. But if you just want to make a quick buck, hey man, real estate is the way to go.
Yeah.
100%, yeah.
Yeah. But it's one of those things that like, I feel if you were getting into that, like that's the exact moment that it becomes a job. You know what I mean? Like instead of
because you're not doing it for the love anymore.
You're not doing it because like you just said, like you have the opportunity when you're working with people or events to like make something look incredible, like to put somebody there, right? And to just deliver an experience versus like doing it for the sole point of real estate. Like you have your format and you figure it out, and then it's just like you might as well be working in Excel or anything else. Like you're just gonna burn out, right? Like you said.
Exactly. And it's like, are you working for a check or are you working for your passion? Like that's just paying the bills. Like you're just like, all right, let me just pay the bills. Like I don't really care about my creativity and stuff like that. So that's the lane you would take. But in the long-term game, if you don't want to be diluted, take the right route.
So what was the first considered big event to you that you shot?
I would say probably when Bella Hadid, Lala came to House.
Right, yeah.
Like in-house conversations panel where they were speaking there, and I was like, that was the day I met The Weeknd, Bella Hadid, Lala Anthony.
Shout out to Lala.
A lot of like I met the
Mello, you fumbled. Carmelo, you fumbled, bro.
I mean, I'm not gonna speak on that just because like I'm pretty close with the family. Those are my guys.
Yeah. Shout out to them, man.
Shout out to them, but
Cal's a master at that. just shout out to you. I just insulted you. No, it's all good. It's only love.
No. It's all good. It's all good. But like that was the first event where like, wow, like I could take photography like to the next step, and just like seeing all those people, and they're just super genuine, and when you're young and hungry and you have something to show, like people respect that a lot. So
that's dope, man.
So, does anybody know how tall he is? I feel he's like 5'9", 5'10".
He's like 5'8", 5'9".
Bro, he's shorter than you for sure.
Yeah. He's definitely shorter than you. He's like
100%.
5'8", 5'9", around that height.
So like if he walked past you, would you notice it?
Yeah.
Like you know it was him?
Of course, bro. How you gonna miss that fro? Does he still got the fro?
Yeah, he does. And I mean, he does braids here and there in the fro.
You can't miss it, bro.
But he's in like that old man look right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro,
you're shooting animals at the Toronto Zoo, like.
Right?
Is that what we're talking about? he's done everything.
Bro, man. I seen the Dave concert one.
Oh yeah, that was crazy,
big, bro. But just forget like just doing the photography from a fan's perspective. Just like loving his music and stuff. Like, how was that experience for you?
Honestly, that was one of the best concerts I've ever been to.
His energy looks different, man.
It was different.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like the crowd, bar for bar, like the amount of people that were there, like just, he was doing the piano, he was playing the guitar.
Right.
He had like, I'm like, wow, like it was a really great performance. Like I didn't really feel like
The guy can play the piano too. Damn.
Yeah, like that guy's very talented.
Yeah, I would never have known, bro. That's crazy.
It gets like that, and it's like sometimes you go to a show like in terms of like the
You
artist,
forget you're working.
and you're just like, all right, I'm putting my camera down. Like he starts singing, and you start just
Live in the moment.
live in the moment. Like sometimes I just put my camera down for like 15, 20 minutes of the show,
Right.
and I'm like, I don't even want to like
Take any pictures.
any pictures.
But
because-
like, I feel like there's a fine line between like doing that and enjoying the moment, because like I feel like enjoying the moment, you still need to preserve those memories. Because I can't, me personally, I can't rely on my memory all the time. You know what I'm saying? I need those photos. You know. So I'm the type of guy that no matter what, like if I'm gonna do something, like I have to take a couple photos at least.
yeah,
You know?
always taking photos is good. Like honestly, like
Yeah.
you got to do that. But at the
No,
same,
but there's people that will tell you, come on, please put the camera away, man. Just enjoy the moment.
I mean, I feel like it's a balance. Like
Yeah.
you shouldn't like the first couple of concerts like I went to when I was like 16. Like I remember looking back at them like, bro, you were recording like the whole show.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's just real wild.
My phone's overheating.
Like the phones like 10 years ago. Yeah. It's just like a blur.
Whoa,
The
this
lens
is
is foggy.
People are like, yo, you just basically let us go to the concert for free on your Instagram story. I've seen everything.
exactly. Like you post like 45 Instagram stories where you can't even see how many stories
Yeah.
you posted.
Your fingers getting numb by tapping.
Oh my god.
Okay,
The Zoom.
So question on shooting day, is there like a specific diet or like a special food that you eat? Like, have you ever had to
Yo,
like?
this guy's serious about his fitness too, eh? I've been reading the videos, bro.
Have you ever had to like go to a shoot and like all of a sudden like you had to shit yourself during like an important moment?
Crouching, getting a picture
Honestly-
ready? He's like, oh, time
Honestly,
out.
that's a great question
Yeah.
because like I don't really eat much on like before shooting days. Like I'll do like a lot of water because I'm like, all right, I just
Do like a juice cleanse.
like I'm practically doing a water fast. Like to let's be honest, like I have like one big meal in the morning,
Yeah.
and like maybe a light lunch, and like that's it, water and juice.
You can't pull up constipated. That's a fact.
No, like
Yeah.
I'm at like you need to use the bathroom
Yeah.
right in the middle of the set.
That's awkward. But even like, what are the most annoying things? Like when you're actually working with somebody, right? And you're trying to get pictures in, and I'm sure it's like a process where you gotta tell a certain person, that like sit a certain way, do this, or I want to like. What was the most annoying interaction for you? Like, what are some things that you say? You know what? Like people gotta, you gotta know like certain things. I ain't gotta tell you everything.
You know, like I work with a lot of artists, and I feel like they're a lot like media trained, where like they kind of they're kind of used to the camera. So it's
Right.
like it's more of like regular people that I have like shoots with that I
Yeah.
have to like more mainly direct.
Yeah.
But in terms of like, there's not much. Like maybe they'll feel shy, or maybe they're tired, or they have something in their eye, or like
Yeah.
security or their managers be like, all right, like you can't take photos right now.
Yeah.
Or, like later on, like we'll just do this later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like crying? Somebody's crying and they told you they had something in their eye, like they're lying?
Probably not. Like maybe just tiredness and just like, all right, we want the right image, because they're probably sometimes they have like their whole PR team with them. And
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
all right, this angle, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you know your angles by then, right? Like if
Of course.
Yeah. I feel like most people know that by like 19 years old.
yeah, like
you
the
gotta
left
figure it
side,
out.
bro. Make sure you get my left side.
Exactly.
Every time.
And it's usually like the team that's probably saying no, but like the artists be like, no, we're shooting this. Like,
Yeah.
like a lot of the, like what I love is like a lot of the people that I work with, like, they have a sense of respect of my work. So
Right.
they will be like, all right, it doesn't matter, like whatever I see
We'll trust
goes.
you.
We'll trust you.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like even if the PR team is saying no, or like even the manager is saying no, like we'll do this.
Right. And do you work as a team or is it just you?
Sometimes I'll have an assistant on set,
Okay.
but that's like a rarely thing, because I'm like, I don't think I'm at that level yet where I would need on a day-to-day basis an assistant on shoots. But definitely that's something that I'm looking into, just
Right.
because like things are picking up.
Somebody to hold like the foil for the lighting.
Yeah.
Foil for lighting.
Khaled will go with you anytime you need help.
bring my water, damn it.
Where's my coffee, man? It's 5 minutes late.
Have you ever gone to a shoot and they have like a full just a full feast of like cheeses and fruits and stuff like
A
that?
snack bar
Yeah.
on deck.
Honestly, every set does. Like,
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it's like 90% of sets, like there's somebody designated to have. Like,
So what's like the common like snack bar for a photo shoot?
Baby Bells. Those cheeses. Is it-
definitely like some cheeses, some croissants,
wow.
Timmy's.
Croissants, I think I kind of like. It's
Hold on, bro.
It's
Don't-
only good the first 30 minutes.
Don't
Yeah.
you disrespect croissants? What the
bro,
fuck?
they're flaky, bro.
Yeah, they are flaky. That's the whole
the point.
point.
But that's hard to eat, and then you're doing a shoot and
Bro,
you got
you
all
have a
these flakes
knife and
over
a
you,
plate.
bro.
A knife and a
kni-
plate.
You use a knife for a croissant.
You cut open the croissant down the middle.
I don't.
What?
I just munch into it, bro. What do you mean?
So if you're gonna make like a sandwich or something,
I'm not making a sandwich, bro.
you're just eating a croissant
Those
like
mini
that,
croissants?
like a savage.
Yeah, the mini croissants,
Mini
bro.
cro-
Just
yeah,
bust-
okay, so
bite
you're,
it.
you're doing it wrong if you're eating
You're
mini
doing it
croissants.
wrong. It's
Okay.
flaking all over your pants.
Yeah. Maybe I am doing
That's
it.
the problem. You gotta take
how-
it piece by piece.
Yeah, exactly.
So you don't keep it clean. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I might have been doing it wrong this whole time. Media training. We're here.
Media training. How to eat a croissant 101.
Have you ever seen
Live.
The Weeknd eat a croissant? How does he eat a croissant?
Nah, I haven't seen it.
Yo, man. What has been the most awkward photo shoot for you? Just break it down. You don't have to say names, bro.
Awkward.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I don't think I've had. You know, like I'm actually grateful. Like in terms of like photographers, I hear a lot of horror stories.
Yeah.
Really?
Like what?
Like weird stuff, or like people that are just like creepy in terms of like how like of the person and
Like what female photographers are saying this about guys?
yeah, like I always hear these cancel stories where like people like old men or like weird people like sexualizing like younger girls or younger boys. Like it just gets weird. Like 17, 18-year-olds. People like they mainly aim for like vulnerable people that are trying to get in like the modeling scene. That's probably something like I hear a lot, and it's like people are
Yeah.
just
But is that not like
disgusting.
a red flag
The
right away? If somebody's like
gatekeepers.
over 40, over 50, trying to shoot your photos and they have like no
Yeah.
portfolio?
No portfolio, yeah, it's a big red flag.
Yeah.
like you shouldn't even go. Like,
But even then, I'm sure there's gatekeepers that are just like, you know what, if you want to get into this, this expertise, you got to go through me. Might be
yeah,
literally, but
I saw there was this post on Reddit,
Yeah.
and you know how like when you're sending from Gmail,
Yeah.
like the old Gmail accounts, if you have the Google Plus or like a YouTube photo, it like has your photo, like whatever
Yeah,
you uploaded.
yeah.
So there was this kid who sent an email to this girl, to her Instagram account, like her email on her Instagram.
Yeah,
And he's like, hey, we want to pick you as like a bikini model. Can you send us photos of like this and you bent over and this or that? And the profile photo was some like 8-year-old kid
oh my
that
god,
doesn't know is like some little boy who's sending this email with spelling mistakes. Like this guy is gonna be such a manipulator. What was that Netflix episode, the show that just came out, the Tinder Swindler?
yeah, it's a Tinder, bro.
This guy's 8
This
years
guy's
old.
like, I got a plan,
And
man.
he's
This is
always-
gonna work. I'm
and
gonna get
he-
some nice pics.
Yeah, he's already
Oh my
CEO
God. Yeah,
of scamming.
Yeah, man, what a scammer, bro.
Yeah.
yeah, but that's just like overall, like just seeing those type of things, I'm just like yeah, stay away from those weird people, and like
Yeah.
you should always like people that are respected and
Do your
that you-
homework.
do your homework, do your due diligence.
Yeah.
Tongue twister right there, because it's like like
I can't do it. My wrist is broken.
Yeah, man, damn,
normally I do it right away properly,
The
bro.
ad libs usually are big, bro.
Bro, I tried to push it. It wasn't working. Bah, bah, bah.
it's not working, bro. It's not
Oh,
working.
man. No pressure, bro. How about you go and tell us about how you broke that?
Yeah,
first of all?
so
Exactly, yeah.
You gotta let the people know.
Yeah, so I was, dude. It's however these things happen, they always happen the dumbest possible way, right? So obviously, I've been longboarding for a while. Never hurt myself. Pretty good at it. It was one of those situations where I was going to Tim Hortons. I was like, it's a beautiful Saturday morning.
Can you tell them about the weeks leading up to this, and me and you doing this training?
Okay, so literally, I said this to you, and I said this to one of our buddies, Sean. And Cal tried to get on the longboard maybe like 2-3 weeks ago. I'm like, dude, please. He's like, you're going to hurt yourself. You will hurt yourself, man. You're going to fall off and hurt yourself. Sean, the same thing. Like, dude, I was downtown Toronto probably like 2 weeks ago, right? And I was ripping up and down the sidewalks down like King Street. And like, dude, like dodging French bulldogs like crazy. It was ridiculous.
Easy.
Like it was like, what's it called? Like street skater, like temple run? I felt like I was that. Like, bro, like dodging
that game
people.
we used to play, the snowboarding one.
Exactly.
Were you going down?
Just dodging people. And
Yeah.
then so I finally met up with Sean. He tried to get on. I'm like, bro, you're gonna hurt yourself. Right? This is me saying this twice to you guys in like 1 week. Literally that Saturday. Okay, so I'm like, you know what? It's a nice day. I'm gonna go to Tim Hortons. I'm gonna get a coffee. Originally I was gonna go to Starbucks. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go to Tim Hortons.
You're
right?
being wholesome.
Being wholesome, right? Dude, within 5 minutes of me getting on this thing, just boom, went down a hill too fast, the sidewalk, a little bit of a bump, and then the pine cone. You know, pine cones, roll over it, wheel bite, see you later.
Oh my God.
Within like 10 seconds, I remember rolling on the way down. I'm like, are you kidding me? Right? And the crazy thing is, so like I jammed my wrist on the hill. So like I broke in a couple places. I got surgery tomorrow. But like the crazy thing is, dude, I got a couple staples on my head too. But like the crazy thing is, like I was literally, dude, bleeding all down my chin. Like it looked absolutely terrifying. Like it looked like a zombie. 2 people passed me. I was blown away. Two people walked right by me. Right by me.
Bloody face.
Bloody face and everything. Thank God the ambulance got there really fast though. But you know, man,
I'm losing hope in society.
Dude, it's brutal. And so like the people in the ambulance were super chill. Like I'm not a hard person to deal with. I was in a lot of pain, but like I'm not like whiny. So anyways, I get in the ambulance.
They wouldn't have heard the end of it. F those people. Nobody cares.
I didn't say anything. I was keeping my mouth shut. We were just chilling. We were in the ambulance doing the report, right? And it's so funny. So like they're really good people. So shout out the, you know, I know we Canadians joke around a lot about like, you know, fuck our healthcare system and all that, right? But like when something happens, push comes to shove, like thank God, like things could be worse. Like yeah, I had to wait a week for surgery, but like, man, the fact the ambulance ride was only $45, that's blessed. Got right there to Credit Valley.
To be honest, I always thought it was free,
dude. I thought it was like $200. It used to be more expensive, right?
No, I thought it was 200.
That's what I'm saying. It used to be, right? So, anyways, $45. Okay, look, the way that I put it, okay, I don't drink. I don't really do drugs. But basically, I got a free Uber to the hospital in the ambulance with a couple shots of morphine and Tylenol. Like for $45
and company. Anywhere
some
laying
people
down.
Go out, have a shitty night, and spend $60.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
I got it for $45 on a Saturday.
And you got express ride.
Exactly. No stops. No.
Yeah, sirens and everything.
Man,
bro.
and so I remember one of the last things. So they had to put me out to like re-break my arm, to like reposition it. And so the anesthesiologist comes in, right? And so like I'm joking around with all the doctors. They come in, they're like, man, like, how are you doing? I'm like, good, how are you doing? They're like, better than you. Every single one of them. Every single one of them.
Yo, just shit on my day, please.
Bro, and like the third one, I'm like, are you guys watching like a VHS tape? Like this is the first day of training.
This is on loop, bro.
This is how you respond to it. I'm like, there's no way everybody's saying the same thing, right?
They're all media trained.
Better than you. I'm like, it was funny the first time.
They're NPCs, bro.
Right? No, they're doctors. Doctors and nurses. They can't be, bro. So, anyways, the anesthesiologist comes in. At this point, like, you know, it's about to go down. So, whenever you're about to go under, there's always like 5 people in the room. There's like a nurse, the doctor, the anesthesiologist, somebody else extra just to watch. I guess it's probably like a thing. Like it's always probably funny when somebody's going out.
Yeah.
So this anesthesiologist comes in. And he's asking me questions, and they're so sneaky about how, like, because they're talking to you and then they're talking to like the other nurse or whatever, right? And you never know when you're actually going to get knocked out, right? And so, so this guy, one of the last things I remember him saying to me, you know, I had a feeling he turned on like whatever, you know, released the valve and like started putting the stuff in my veins. And so I remember him asking me, like he kind of like came to the side of the bed and he's like, "Do you feel anything yet?" And I remember like, should I? Yeah. Is that a trick question? I don't. Because like I shouldn't.
Yeah.
And I remember the last thing.
What do you mean by that?
So what do you mean by that?
Is that a finger,
bro? And then I that was the last thing I remember, right? And I remember they started laughing, and I wake up, bro. It felt like I literally blinked and opened my eyes, right?
Yeah.
And nurse came back in the room. I'm like, hey, when's this gonna start, right? And she's like, oh yeah, we got to keep you for like an hour. I'm like, that's so weird, right? And then the people who picked me up in the ambulance came back to check on me, super cool, right? And they're like, hey, man, how you doing? I'm like, good. Just waiting for the surgery. They're like, look down. I'm like, oh.
Oh, no way. What?
Just like that. Like that.
Crazy.
And I'm like, man, I was just, the anesthesiologist was just messing with me, right? Do you feel anything yet?
Out like a light.
I blinked.
I swear to God, I blinked and I was back up. I was back online, bro. Yeah. And then I swear to God, this guy must say this to like every single person and get a laugh out of it. Do you feel anything yet? Wait, should I? Like, that's a trick question. I know this.
I'm about to be violated, please.
Yeah, so anyway, shout out Dr. Sharon Kim. She's about to operate on Monday.
Oh.
Hand and wrist reconstruction specialist.
How long is that going to take you?
Should be about 2 hours, hopefully not longer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
But
What about the recovery?
We're not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
However, apparently it's the physio's covered under OHIP.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Well, thank God.
Even like,
shout out to OHIP, bro.
Even like I dislocated my pinky like last summer
Doing what?
at basketball.
Oh, okay. You jammed it.
Yeah, like
This guy's on set. Like,
I'm like. Thank God it was my left hand.
Yeah.
You're kind of messed.
Yeah, man. Yo, honestly, I'd feel handicapped because I feel like my left hand's useless.
you learn pretty quickly though.
You learn to like.
Bro, the only thing I know how to use my left hand with is just steering the car.
Yeah,
Just steering wheel.
you
That's about
learn,
it.
man.
No, you'll definitely learn. Like you actually strengthen it after when like both are back. You're like, oh man, like I should
dexterous.
Have you tried writing with it? Your left?
So that was the first thing. The doctor gives me the pen to give consent to surgery.
Yeah.
And I remember I was like, I just like, bro, did a line. I'm like, that's all you're getting.
This is the updated version, anyways. I haven't cared about my signature so long, anyways.
I don't even care about my right hand signature. You should check on my left, man.
Bro, at what point were you like, okay, you know what? My signature is what it is at this point. Like,
Honestly, man, I just like at this point I just blink at the person. Like I've given you my authorization. We don't need anything.
man, I remember in elementary school and like, obviously when you're first about to get like your debit card and like they tell you you'll sign the back.
That's the
and all
first
that
thing you
stuff.
sign, legit.
Yeah, and you're just like making sure it's in the box and it's like legit. It's perfect. It's perfect, right?
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's scribbles, bro. I don't even know what I'm writing, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
So if somebody decides to steal something of mine and just says, you know what, whatever signature it is what it is. Like they can get away with it, bro.
I don't think you should say that on camera.
Shit. I just threw myself under the bus.
It's too late now.
Do whatever, bro.
Live stream to TikTok. You just steal my identity. It's cool.
It's all right, man.
And you share the same initials as this guy. So,
Yeah,
so they're
right?
gonna steal
For
his
real.
too.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah.
Okay,
For
so
real.
what's the best food that you're eating? I still want to figure this out. What's the best food that you've eaten on set? Because I feel like this is funny to talk about. Khaled's left the conversation.
I think like the best food on set. I had some like ravioli. and-
Ravioli? Was it Chef
Ravioli.
Boyardee RD?
No. It was like some bougie like ravioli and shrimp and some lobster. And
Yeah.
I'm like, we had like literally a chef like on set, like because it was like every set
Was it
usually
like a
has
taste
kitchen.
testing kind of thing or what?
No, it was like full on meals. Like it was crazy.
That's wicked.
Like I was like, so we had this all day. He's like, yep. I'm like, I'm not paying for this. Can I get everything? Let me get the crepes. Let me get the shrimp. Let me get the lobster. Let me get the rice. All
Bro,
of that.
I think you're doing your stomach a disservice by trying all of those things, man. You don't know what can come of it.
The thing is
Crepes.
that
That's why I
Shrimp?
fast the day before.
I've been on a week cleanse, guys. So I'm good.
I've been on a week cleanse, but
My
like
body's ready.
that set, I knew like I didn't have to stand very much, and it was like a lot of video work that was going on. So I'm like, all right, certain sets, you're like, all right, I don't need to be standing on my feet. I
Yeah.
don't need to be moving around.
Yeah.
Like this is kind of just a studio, and just like we're gonna take photos. And,
Yeah.
like,
Do you feel like photographers have like cliques amongst themselves, like in the industry?
I would say yes. Like people do have like cliques. Not
Yeah.
really cliques. It's like maybe of a team of people that they work with.
Right.
Like just to like
Is it
feed off
because you guys
each
are in the
other.
same similar space? Is that what it is, or?
Yeah, like, but the thing is like you gotta find people that are really genuine.
Right.
It's like it's kind of hard finding that.
Yeah.
Authenticity
About to
is
say.
like something like the people I work with, like I should be able to go to dinner with you and just like play basketball, like do
Yeah.
regular things. Like
Mhm.
even if you're like the sickest photographer, like if we don't have like the social skills of like just being friends, like
It's not
I
gonna work.
But you gotta
perceive-
spend a lot of time with that person, right? Like
Exactly.
working together. Yeah.
and just trusting them, because it's like you don't want to bring certain people around your clients.
You think,
Yeah.
Like,
it's, a,
know
you
what
think
I
it's a
mean?
slimy business?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it takes one bad thing to happen to you to like it's over. Like your
Really?
career's done. Like in terms of the photography game, like one or two mistakes, you're done.
Okay, what's considered a mistake though?
Let's say you shoot a big artist and all the photos are gone. Like, you know, the SD card wipes out. It happens. It happens. Like, but like a lot of the
Do you
time,
think people do that to each other?
it could happen.
That's kind of fucked up.
It could happen. Like some people will be like, "Oh, so my photos are working, yours are not," like type of thing. Like I've heard a lot of horror stories in that sense, and it's like, or like people acting weird on set, or people asking certain things to artists, and like you never want to bring that type of energy.
Yeah.
Even like I'm not even saying like famous artists, like just regular people. Like you never want to bring those type of people around. So it's like be very mindful of the people you bring around, and if you could chill with them and and vibe with them, that's the most important thing.
Right.
Have you ever like gone through photos and been like, holy shit, that's a ghost? Like in like a top right hand corner or something like that?
The hell is that?
No, not personally. No. One thing I'll say is like
No ghost stories. All right.
no ghost stories where like
nothing haunted.
But I'll take like a photo and like I'll like what you see on the camera. The LCD is so small in like digital cameras. Like when you put it up on a monitor, you're like,
I didn't notice all these details.
I didn't notice the guy in the corner smiling in my photo that I have to Photoshop for the next 15 minutes now.
Oh yeah.
Like it happens a lot. So it's like
bombing the photo. Yeah.
Yeah, don't bomb photos of when you see famous people.
Yeah.
Just don't.
It's annoying.
It's weird.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean?
Have you ever seen the video, the movie Nightcrawler with Jake Gyllenhaal? And it's a good movie.
Okay.
So he shoots videos of like for like a news company, and he gets like crime scene photos or like accident photos, and he gives them to like the media companies. And I don't want to spoil it, but basically he starts taking things too far and like setting up things to be like more dramatic than they are.
What do you mean more dramatic? Like accidents?
Yeah. And he sells them back to
What?
news agencies, and then he gets to the point where he starts committing crimes, taking photos, and then doing that.
My God, photographer gone crazy.
Bro, what?
Yeah, it's actually a really good movie.
I need to
There's
watch
nothing
that.
going on in the city, so I got to create a mess?
Dude, yeah.
That's messed up.
Yeah, do you think there's people who like, what do you think of those kind of photographers? Did they exist, like conspiracy theory
Like
photographers?
faking the funk
Yeah.
type of thing?
I've never met one of those, and I've never seen one of those.
Thank God it's
And
only a
it's
movie.
like I don't know. It's like who even thinks like who wakes up and says, "Yeah, I want to be that type of photographer." Like I want to be like you're never gonna wake up and say, "I want to be a crime scene photographer." Like
That's pretty messed up.
like that's PTSD for life.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
need therapy after that.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a photographer who specializes in like lookalikes? Like you
Like
you,
deepfakes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Would you
oh
ever
my
do that?
God.
Loves deepfakes, bro.
I think it's
He
hilarious.
loves deepfakes, bro.
That is so scary.
Would you ever
It
do
is.
that? Like, who do you think if Khaled could deepfake anybody and we could like get him down the street and like videographer one day, pretend he's famous with like a bunch of security guards? Who could we do?
I don't even think you need a deep fake me to do that, bro. People are so gullible. As long as they see a
would
crowd
you be?
around
Who
you.
would you be?
Man, that's a good question, bro.
Yo, we might have to set that up.
Yeah.
Social experiment.
We should
Social
do that.
experiment,
I'm actually
bro.
down to run that.
Yeah, and see, bro, I'm telling you, people are just so like they're all robots, bro.
Yeah.
You know, if you just get like a crowd of people surrounding you, fake security,
And
walk
fake
through a mall.
flashes. You got like
NPCs.
decoy cameras. Yeah.
We'll have my boy here have his camera and his camera crew, bro.
Proper setup.
And that's it, bro.
We
People
get
are
like
gonna think you're
17
famous.
photographers.
Yeah,
We could do
that's
that.
It, done.
We could do that.
Yeah, social experiment.
Yeah.
See how
Right
people
through square
react.
one.
Like
See
people
what
are just gonna come up to you and be like, "Oh my God, let me get a photo," even though I don't know who the hell this is.
Do you think we
that's
could
the
pull that
weirdest
off?
thing ever, bro?
Hell yeah.
Should we pull it off? Should
Why
we try
not,
it?
bro? Why not? Let's see it. Let's see what happens.
I'm actually down for this.
Yeah.
Like not a podcast related activity, but we should definitely
Bro,
like
you know
fake.
what amount of free shit you probably could get out of that?
Yeah. Fake.
Just go around the mall and be like, yeah.
We should 100% do this and try and set up like a whole crowd. Yeah. And
Yeah.
like pretend somebody's a celebrity.
I remember there was a girl that did that. She was like pretending to be like Rihanna or something like that in the malls.
Okay.
And people are just coming up to her and taking photos with her. I'm like, what?
Yeah. We should do that 100%.
People are so gullible, man.
Yeah. Don't
Yeah.
sigh, bro. We're going to pull it off.
Yeah.
Would you be okay with that on your portfolio?
I'll be super down.
Okay.
Because I feel like things with like comedy, like I'm always down. Because
Yeah.
like people are gonna love that. Like we get like a couple security guards, like just to make it like
We get
more
Rel. We get Rel in the
Yeah.
case.
Like if we make it real, like people are a bunch of NPCs. Like
Yeah, literally.
they're
Have you
gonna
ever
fall.
thought about doing like landscape photography?
I used to-
Landscape?
Yeah, bro.
I used to actually do a lot of landscape photography. Like if you go deep in my Instagram, like deep dive,
Yeah.
like you'll see a lot of like city stuff. That's where
I feel like that's
started.
where the love begins, you know, with
That's
a lot of
where it
photographers, right?
Exactly.
Talking like
I've
pictures
noticed-
of
I've
the
noticed
CN
the trend.
Tower, just sneaking
Yeah,
in every photo.
just around the city,
Or the
you know?
streetcars.
Yeah.
Yeah, till you get tired of every CN Tower picture.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like how many angles can we get, man? But you know what? I think we're all Torontonians. We're all guilty of that. You know, as soon as you see the CN Tower, you gotta take a picture.
No, bro, I don't do that.
It looks different today.
No.
It's different,
You don't do that. You
different
don't need to do
color.
that.
different colors. Yeah,
Like,
100%.
everybody in the city has gone on the Gardner and taken that one snap,
I'm there.
one
Yeah.
video of them driving on the Gardner.
It's aesthetically pleasing, bro.
It is so aesthetically
You know?
pleasing. Like honestly,
My hand on the steering wheel, CN Tower right in front of me, the highway.
it's a
vibes.
vibe.
You know, 100 on the dash.
Wow.
We're good.
It's a
You know what I'm
vibe.
saying?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really thinking about it. What do you think about the guy who took the photo of the dude going down Niagara Falls in a barrel?
When was that? What? I
What?
did not even hear this.
I didn't even hear
You guys don't know about that photo?
No.
Some guy is like a famous photo. He took a picture of the dude going down Niagara Falls in a barrel.
What?
Yeah.
When did this happen?
I don't know, probably like 50, 60 years ago, something like that.
Did he survive?
I don't know. But the photo is crazy.
What would it look like?
It's a guy in a barrel going down Niagara Falls,
That's
bro.
what. So only his head, like how does it look? Like
I
I got so
don't
many
remember.
questions.
I don't remember.
I got
And this
so
is,
many.
And this is an
Why?
audio podcast.
yeah, there's just so many questions, bro. Like how do you?
Like, why would he
think
do
of
that?
I don't know.
Was it on the Canadian side or the American side?
I don't know.
Gotta be the Americans.
Had to be the American side.
First of all, yeah. But do you think like
There's
do you
at least we have things to do on the Canadian side. So you
Yeah.
know, the American side, you know, I can understand why he'd be doing that.
yeah, that's like if you could take like photographer photos and make them NFTs, that would be an NFT. Like that's rare as hell.
Yeah.
To get a photo of a guy going down a barrel in Niagara Falls.
Yes. Yeah.
Life or death.
Yo, the whole NFT game, man. Is that big for you guys in the photography? or
No,
what?
bro, it's a Ponzi scheme.
Honestly, like
You never know.
I think NFTs are not gonna last.
Right.
Like just because like a lot of like the people that are heavily invested in it
Yeah.
that I know, or like people that actually have money in it,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's a long-term game. I think NFTs are probably going to be here for like the next 4 or 5 years as just like a
Like-
buzzword.
Quick flips type of thing.
Yeah, like I always thought about maybe putting an NFT in terms of that, but then I'm like what is the backing of it? Like the NFT game, I think it's gonna be good for like the 1%ers. Like there's gonna be like maybe like 10 artworks that are gonna be like valuable and stuff. But it's a start. Like, you know what I mean? I could be wrong. But
Yeah.
right now, typically as a photographer, I don't see myself in the NFT
Yeah,
world.
I think the intentions of it were really good, but then obviously people just turn it into a Ponzi scheme. Like, I think the big thing missing right now is utility, right? Like, and like most of the things on OpenSea that are bought are just so sketchy to begin with. It's just like you own the link and it's like in the ledger. Like, there's nothing specific or like special about it. Like, the only person who actually ever did it properly was, if you ever saw, oh my God, Beeple, who did he did like a massive NFT run, and he did like digital plaques. So like there was like a QR code, like a really well put together, like he does digital art, right?
Yeah.
And he like framed it and he would put like the QR code to like the actual authorization or the key or whatever. So like he actually gave you like a piece of physical memorabilia, and like this is a one of one, as if it's like a physical, but also like tying in that aspect. So like there's real value. Like you can hang it on a wall and it's still like, it's cool, right?
Yeah, like I feel like the physical space is just as important. Like
Yeah.
going to like a art show and like stuff like that, because that's when like people can really connect.
Yeah.
But NFT game, I did feel like for artists, like it's huge. Like you look at like Tory Lanez, what he did with his
whole album, right?
his whole album was
Yeah.
only NFTs,
Yeah.
and he sold 1 million copies. When it's like
That's ridiculous, man.
1 million, and it was like
He said
everybody
in
was
like what,
flipping
13 seconds or something like that. Like you sold it quick.
and that's like real money. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like selling 1 million copies, like like streaming numbers. Like yeah, that's one thing. When you stream 1 million, that hey, you play
It's normal. Yeah.
But 1 million NFTs were bought from his album. That's like insane. Like so,
And that guy was working during COVID, man. He had the whole Tory Lanez radio. Remember that radio?
quarantine radio.
Quarantine radio.
But he stole that though. That
Oh,
was
did he?
From
that-
GTA.
No, he stole that from what's that guy's name? Justin LeBoy. He
talking
started
about,
that.
What is this? What are you guys talking about? I don't
Yes,
understand.
quarantine radio. It was a
What is
whole
this?
thing like during COVID, you know, like everybody was at home, right? So he'd bring a guest on.
Okay.
Or like, you know, he'll stream some songs and whatever on live.
Yeah.
And whatnot. It was a huge thing though. He'd have girls coming on, twerking,
Like a
do all
Twitch
that
thing?
stuff.
Like-
yeah, yeah,
like on
like
Twitch?
yeah, pretty
okay.
much. It's like, but it was an Instagram live.
Okay.
You know, so
Yeah.
but he stole that whole thing, eh?
He stole that all day. Justin LeBoy actually had it originally.
Oh, all right.
I think it was called, what was it? I think it was called Demon Time.
It was. You're right.
Then Tory Lanez hopped on a week after.
They were banning all of that though. The Demon Time, they were banning those
Even
accounts.
Tory
What are you
Lanez was
talking
getting
about?
banned.
Yeah.
Even
Why,
Tory
why
Lanez
were
was
they getting
banned.
banned? What
Because
happened?
bro, they were
What's the
making
story?
girls do the craziest.
Like what? Like what? Like what, my brother in Christ?
They make some, bro. All right, I'll just say like
You already
something
talked about the
along
milk in the bathtubs.
along the lines of twerking and sexual things, you know, on live, Instagram live. And the thing is like each time an account got deleted, they'd pop up like the next day with another 100,000 followers
Really?
right away, like reboots like that.
Yeah.
You know, and famous people were like commenting, even like who was behind that whole Demon Time? I think P Diddy and all of those people, like the Justin Combs and all these guys, right?
There was a lot of huge artists.
Yeah,
in
that
those
were behind
lives.
that even time.
That was behind those lives. Like, but I feel like that was a great time in terms of like the digital space.
Yeah.
And just people like Tory Lanez was the guy that really capitalized off that time and really propelled his career.
It shows people's creativity too, right? Because in a time where like obviously you don't have live performances, you have to stay relevant some way somehow, right? As an artist, you'll go a year and a half, 2 years of no performances, no shows. It's just like, okay, how can you interact with your crowd? How are you going to be able to engage? How are you going to maintain that relevance, right? And quarantine radio was like a great way, even though if the idea was stolen or whatnot, right? But it's still...
Well, it's not even like an original idea. It's just like somebody
Is
did
anything
it first.
really an original idea or whatever?
I would give the guy credit. I would give the guy credit for doing it.
If
It's like saying
if
this
he
is
can
not
do
an
it
original idea.
yeah,
Like,
you know,
it doesn't matter. It's like...
It's who did it better.
It's not even that. It's just like... It's like saying one TV channel stole the idea from another TV channel. Like, it's at the end of the day, it's just content for different people.
Exactly, right?
It's like making it your own. You know what I mean? Like, we're not the first podcast.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But like you guys make it your own. You guys stand out in a way where like you just make it different.
Exactly.
Solving racism.
Exactly.
One episode at a time.
Yeah, man. Yep. Diversity.
That's it.
That's
Yes,
what it is,
sir.
yeah.
So, like, we've asked you, and you know what's funny, man? We've never really asked our guests about what they do professionally. We've just grilled you on photography.
Yeah, man. But we learned a lot too. So
We did learn a lot. But I do
think.
think one of the things we need to really capitalize on is that fake guest appearance thing.
Yeah.
And we deep fake the hell out of somebody at an event downtown Toronto. And I want to bring out the cops on the horses, bro. I want to have horses shitting in the streets. Trying to figure out, is this guy really Justin Bieber? Or like, is this Rick Ross or is this Khaled?
Who the hell is this person? Why are they famous?
That's what I want to know.
Yeah. No, it's just going to show, it's like a social experiment, bro. We're just going to show how dumb people are.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, but it's gonna be funny, and you guys are gonna enjoy that.
Yeah. You know what you should do? You should do like a pop-up photography. You know, have you ever tried thinking of doing that? Like pop-up.
What do you mean
like,
by that?
Pop-up photography, like all around the city.
What do you mean?
What do you mean by that?
Bro, just like, bro, okay. Yo, don't hurt yourself. Bro, set up shop, bro. Random places, bro.
Honestly, I thought about
Meet us
that.
at this time. You were going to be doing a shoot here. And then, you know, like type of thing.
Like I wanted to do like a lot of like meetups and like photo shoots in terms of just like bringing together creatives in the
Exactly,
city.
yeah.
But I don't think I have that reach yet. You know what I mean?
What are you
Doesn't have that reach.
talking
What is
about?
this guy
What are you
talking
talking
This
about?
guy just had a shoot with Dave, bro. Come on, fam.
What's
You have
Dave's
that
last name?
bro? I don't even know.
Santan?
I don't know.
No, that's his first name, isn't it? Santan Dave?
Oh no, Santan Dave.
Yeah.
Is that his legal name?
No, I don't think
I don't
so.
think
What rapper uses their legal name, bro? Is Kanye West really his name? It is, right? Kanye?
I think that's his middle name.
Mr. West, regardless.
Something like that.
Yeah.
You
But
gotta
a lot of artists don't even use their real names, right?
Yeah.
We were talking about this on another pod. Like, a lot of the times your name is not marketable. Remember, like, that was a whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but then Mike mentions Joaquin Phoenix.
yeah, Joaquin Phoenix.
we're like, bro,
Joaquin
who
Phoenix.
picked that?
Yeah, like, you know, like,
What?
bro, first of all, if somebody tells me my name is not marketable, shove it up your ass. You know what I'm saying?
That's
This
true.
This is my mom gave me this.
Especially, dude, like this day and age, man. Like, you literally have Instagram handles that, like, people know somebody by the Instagram handle.
Exactly.
Versus, like, even the name.
And why are you trying to make me generic?
Yeah.
I'm different, baby.
That's true.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Have you ever
Like,
done a photo shoot at a bowling alley?
Why the hell would you?
I feel like you could get a lot of good pictures.
Really?
That's an idea right there.
Yeah.
There's people vibing.
Yeah,
No, I
dude.
don't think,
Everybody's chilling at the seats. Every once in a while, you get somebody going up, taking a photo when they're actually bowling.
That'd be a great.
That'd be chill, man.
That'd be super chill, like on a late night thing.
Yeah.
and just like rent out the whole place.
yeah.
You live stream it, bro.
Yeah. What famous place would you want to go and actually just take pictures of that place?
Like with the artist or just
a
of the
place.
place.
Just a place, man.
Um,
Like a city that you've been looking forward to going to, or just like, you know, just personal stuff, man. Like just your own thing. It doesn't have to be, you know, anything that you're doing for work or whatever. Just on a personal thing, you know?
on a personal tip, which is crazy. I wanted to go to Antarctica to take some photos.
No.
It's
The hell's a Somali
Okay, why?
doing? What
Why?
the hell's a Somali doing in Antarctica, bro?
no,
Explain
because
yourself.
it's so different, and you actually have to like mentally train yourself. I feel like,
In what way?
bro, it's like freezing.
Bro, just
and you can't take a plane there. Like you got to be in a boat that
you can't?
You go to like the bottom of like South America,
Okay.
and you take a boat from there, like
To get to Antarctica.
yeah, to get to Antarctica.
So you get there. What's the next move?
Take photos of like penguins and like ice blocks.
So
Like,
you wanna
it's
be
just
that-
so different. Like,
This,
you know
a
what I mean?
this sounds like a retirement plan.
This is a retirement plan. That
Yeah.
I was gonna say the simple one, maybe Australia. I want to go to Melbourne
Oh,
in Sydney,
the down under.
the down under, because
Yeah.
like I'm like, yo, there's like the weirdest place in terms of like everybody's like, yo, the most deadly animals live there and stuff. And it's like everybody just lives in the cities. Like it's not even populated. Like in terms of like, if you look at Australia,
What?
like everybody's like in the major cities. Like
It's like Canada, bro.
Yeah.
no. I heard it's even worse
Toronto,
in Australia.
Montreal, Ottawa, Vancouver, and that's it, bro.
Yeah.
No, I heard it's even worse in Australia.
really,
There's like
like, the
Sydney,
deadly
Melbourne,
animals.
and
Perth or something. like that?
Perth, and there's one other city. Like
Yeah.
is a coastal city.
Yeah.
Other than that, like people don't really live like on the west side or like
right, it's just
on
like
the
a
north
lot
side.
of abandoned land.
a lot of abandoned land. Those are the
But you're different from me. See, you want to go towards the problem. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not going to seek nothing that's gonna kill me, bro. You're going to get.
Cal's
you're
putting his
going-
AirPod in and walking the
I'm
other
walking
direction.
the other direction, bro. I don't like confrontation.
you gotta be different, man. You gotta try something outside the box. It's just that the flight is gonna be ridiculously
yeah.
long.
Yeah.
in both scenarios, but yeah, definitely. You know,
Well, at least you didn't say Paris, bro. I feel like that's one of the most overrated places to go to.
I'm trying to go to Paris actually this
I think it's
summer.
overrated, bro.
Dude.
Really?
I don't know.
I'm trying to touch Europe.
I rated the Eiffel Tower 5 stars
Where on
And-
Yelp?
on Google, and Google rejected my review
Why?
because they said it may be like malicious or not true. I guess they know I haven't been there. Sometimes they'll just rate things.
You could
You can rate
actually go and
anything.
rate the
You
Eiffel
can rate
Tower like
anything
that?
on Google.
Can I rate myself?
You could probably rate Antarctica.
Yeah.
I want to rate myself.
Yeah, you can.
5
If
stars.
you're big enough. You could
If I'm
probably
big enough.
rate Antarctica and then like leave a review.
I didn't know
like
the
a spiteful
conversation was. I
comment.
didn't know the conversation was going there.
Yeah.
If I'm big enough.
If yeah. If you are big enough. If you are. This guy. So yo, if you went to Antarctica and you took photos, do you think that like has anybody ever taken photos and just like made them black and white in Antarctica? I feel like that would be really creepy.
Black and white, yeah,
it feels
probably.
so dull, man.
Black and white.
Would it?
I feel like once you go that far, like just making them black and white is.
Do
is
you,
not
do you, do you
really-
frown upon that? Like photographers changing all their photos to like black and white?
No. I actually
Oh.
love editing in black and white.
Oh, okay.
Black and white fits a certain mood sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I took a couple shots at the Dave show on black and white. Like it just, I don't fret. Like even though the house stuff, like all like the house stuff is black and white. That's
Yeah.
kind of like the brand and a lot of
Yeah, but that's the whole weekend's like aura, right?
aura. Exactly.
It's like House of Balloons, you know, like just the black and white type of thing.
yeah,
you know?
yeah. So it's a vibe like at times like you can't deep fry it and always use
Yeah.
it. But
Try. Yo, I remember when Kawhi Leonard did that one time. Like the only picture he ever uploaded on Instagram, I mean on Twitter, was like a picture of him and Obama. But the picture was so deep fried.
What do you mean deep fried? What are you talking about?
You know, like
Yo,
the
like crazy,
overly
like,
saturated.
overly
like,
saturated.
I love that.
It's so
overly
bad.
saturated, overly green,
Obama,
Yo, Obama, I'm like, why would you deep fry a picture with Obama, bro?
cartoonish vibe. Like bro, like you can take the guy out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of him. Like it's,
He deep fried a picture with Obama.
yo, the
bro.
hood man, yo, you guys gotta stop with the deep fried stuff, man. God damn.
Just saturation
Yo,
all the
oh
way
my
up.
Pay all that
God,
money
man.
just for it to be deep
Yo,
fried.
man, what? It was the weirdest thing ever. So, do you have any like events that you're looking forward to that you know that you would want to shoot? Like, I mean, there's a lot of things going on in Toronto, man. We got OVO Fest coming up. We got Rolling Loud. What else do we
Get
got
us into
going on?
that. Get us into that, Casey.
Yeah, man.
I'm trying.
Yeah, we
I'm
need those
trying,
media
I'm trying.
passes, bro.
We do. We
I
have
got
to.
you. I got you guys if I can get in.
Yeah, man, right?
You heard it here
I'll hold your
first.
light box. No problem, bro. I'll hold the tinfoil.
I'll bring the water, damn it.
I need a team of 5.
Right? But yeah, man, what are you looking forward to, bro?
Nah, like this is the summer like I've been looking forward to the most
Yeah.
in terms of Toronto. Like
First summer back outside.
first summer back outside, and it's like people are really. I feel like people are really thriving and coming back to the city.
Yeah.
And it's like a lot of things are going on like right now, like Taco Fest this weekend.
Yes, yeah.
I'm looking forward to Lil Baby and Chris Brown. They're coming out.
When is that? July?
I think it's like mid-July.
Mm-hmm. That's big.
The weekend starting off his tour,
In
and
Toronto?
3 weeks. Yeah,
Wow.
Rogers Center.
No.
Yeah, he's doing. It's a stadium tour.
That's pretty cool.
Holy shit. He's selling out stadiums like
Stadiums.
that? Wow.
It's not
That's
no arenas,
joke, bro. No joke.
Football arena.
Stadiums, bro. Well, he obviously did the Super Bowl, man.
Yeah, but after
You
the
know?
Super Bowl, like you gotta stay at the
Prices up.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, you gotta be doing stadiums only after that point,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
Yesterday's price is not today's
It's
price.
Friday.
Come on, guys.
Shout out to Fat Joe.
Shout out to Fat Joe. But yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Rolling Loud is like something I'm looking forward to in terms of like, like I can't lie, like I put out a post like they were like, all right, what's some creatives in the city, photographers, videographers that we could bring out, and like like a lot of my people showed love, and like
Bro, that's dope as hell, man.
like that's the one thing I gotta thank my people is just like the support I got for that. So
yeah, a simple retweet, a simple repost, man, it goes a long way, man.
yeah, like
100%.
just like in terms of like growing the city's like creative scene, like we don't realize like we have like the most talented people.
I feel like even though we have the most talented people, bro, I don't feel like the content is widespread. Like it's not the reach hasn't been there. Like there's a lot of people that are great in the city, but outside of the city, they're not known, man.
Yeah, that's why you actually have to travel. That's one thing that's very important.
Yeah.
Like once you reach a certain point in Toronto, you have to like go spend a weekend in New York, go spend a weekend in the UK. Like go out to like traveling is one thing. Like don't spend money on like expensive designer or expensive gear and stuff. Like just take your money and just go to a city a weekend, go to an event, go talk to people, tell yourself like this is what I do, this is where I'm from, and like when they hear Toronto, like they're like wow, like where Drake the Weeknd's from, like wow, like I love that city.
TV's from? What?
Yeah, listen,
HuddleTalkTv's from? Wow,
the
like,
home of notorious lenses.
damn, like
bro.
Like it's great, like it's crazy. So that's very important. Just like when you reach that certain level, like just go travel and come back, and you realize and you learn different things, and you never know what's gonna come about. You might meet the person that might put you in a position to change your life.
Yeah.
Bro, it's just one interaction could actually change your life. It's just crazy how life works, bro. It really is.
Yeah, I feel like that's the most important thing in terms of like building your brand is building connections with people.
And if you can't get that connection, deep fake it.
Exactly. Who didn't say I didn't meet Joe Biden? I did, bro. I did. I actually spoke to him. I had a full conversation, man.
And then you turn the saturation up to 100.
We're about to deep fry the president, guys. Hold on.
You see a whole different shadows.
Yeah,
like, what is that guy in the background?
Poor guy, man. I saw him falling off his bike the other day, man. You guys see that? Joe Biden? Man, fell off his bike, bro.
What is there to say, bro?
Bro,
He's an old man.
It's tough at that age, bro. You break a hip, you're done. You're done.
Wasted.
You wasted.
A hip is really bad.
I'm surprised I haven't seen that edit yet, dude.
Yeah, right, that's what I'm saying. Bro, the funniest one, I sent it to this guy, bro. You know Joe Rogan after every fight, right? When the fighter's sitting on the floor, right? He comes up. Remember when Conor McGregor was sitting and he was talking that shit? Bro, he comes up to them. So, how did you think the fight went? And he puts the mic right up to their face, bro. There's a picture where it's edited where Joe Rogan's sitting right beside Joe Biden with a mic in his face after he fell on the floor.
That was a good one.
No, I was
That's the power
dead,
of the
bro.
internet. Yeah.
And it was like his fall was like so slow. It's like,
Like nobody could help him. Like
there are so many people that are like, all right, that was the slowest fall I sort of got
pray
that
for
I've
your
ever seen.
downfall, damn it.
And it's
Okay.
like he didn't even flinch. Like he just felt like he didn't try to brace himself, or he just like accepted it. Like I'm going down. That's it.
I bet you that was Nick when he was dropping. I'm just accept this.
You want to end it all. Yeah.
Damn pine cone.
Not even close.
Damn pine going.
Not even close. Okay, boys, we're pulling up to an hour and 10 minutes. This has been a blast.
Ooh, amazing,
Wow.
man.
This has been a lot of fun. I'm gonna dap you up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it so awkward, bro. This has been such a.
This is a good one.
Normally,
bro.
it's cleaner than that.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it, bro.
It went by quick, you know.
That was really
Yeah,
fun.
man. Appreciate you pulling up, bro. Filled us in a lot about the photography scene. Got to know you a bit better. You know, not only are we twins and share the last names, but we're both creative geniuses. As well.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of deep faking left
There's
to
a
do
lot
now.
of deep faking left to do in trolling society in person. But yeah, we appreciate you. Episode 43. You've been a great guest, man. You're always welcome to come back, man.
Yes,
Whenever
sir.
you feel free,
Appreciate
bro.
it, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll be back, guys.
100%. Huddle Talk TV, baby. We out.
Thanks,
Thank you.
guys. Take it easy.
That was a good one, bro.
Fucking Biden on the bicycle.